All right, guys, that is it for arm day. It was not arm. Yeah, it was arm day. What am I thinking? It was badass. That's the only word I can think for it. It was a badass arm day, and I loved every second of it. Highly focused on biceps again because I feel like my triceps are a little bit ahead of my biceps, so we focused on biceps more. And then the cardio after was awesome too. We'll talk about all that in a minute. So starting off with my workout, I started with triceps. I warmed up with single arm press downs, really light, just doing about 5 reps each side, going up in the weight until it felt a little bit heavy. And then that was the warm up. So the first working set was rope press downs. So rope press downs, I used a moderate weight because I really want to focus on the squeeze and the stretch doing this one. So pick a moderate weight, go all the way up, and when you go down, squeeze your triceps really hard, and it'll burn like a motherfucker. So yeah, so that squeeze at the bottom is really important when you're doing the rope press downs, I think. But the mind muscle connection, everything going into that, it felt really good. I ended up doing 3 sets of that one, and then of course we did a over the head, behind the neck kind of style exercise to hit the long head of the tricep. My go-to cables, like I've tried a different one. Single arm cable seems to feel the best to me. So, moderate weight again, get a good deep stretch behind your head. So the level of the cable machine, I don't know, about rib height, hip height, maybe a little higher. You grab it with both hands and you turn around, that way you won't hurt yourself. But yeah, get that mind muscle connection through that one. That deep stretch behind your head, and then fully extend and squeeze, and your whole tricep's going to be burning, I promise you. So I ended up doing 3 sets of that one for each side, and then it was time for the main event, biceps. So I wanted to go really hard on biceps today. So I started, as I usually do with cable curls, I warmed up really good, went pretty heavy, and I got pretty intense with it. Still focusing, like I'd lean more towards heavy than moderate this time, I would say. Full stretch at the bottom, pulling the weight up with fierceness, ferocity, anger, whatever you got to muster up to get that weight up. Squeeze at the top, full stretch, still having some time under tension, still getting that mind muscle connection, the stretch, the squeeze, the intensity, checking all those boxes. And I went so hard on the second set that I called it right there for that exercise. So I know I went hard when I only did 2 sets for an exercise. So after that, I did more cable curls, but same weight. Turned around, back against the cable stack. Great stretch when you do this one. So that's a real big focal point on this one. It's go all the way down. A few times the bar would hit my legs and stop, because if my legs weren't there, I would have just kept going and did a front flip or something. But we kept it heavy here too, intense, really focusing on that stretch, getting mad about it, pulling that weight up, flexing at the top, going back down. Did 2 sets there and I was done. So then the next exercise was alternating dumbbell curls. I went moderate with this one because my biceps were pretty wrecked at this point. Just after 4 sets, it felt really good. So moderate weight, alternating dumbbell curls, back and forth, right? Squeeze, stretch, squeeze, stretch. Time under tension, mind muscle connection, hitting the biceps hard. I ended up doing 2 sets here. And then I wanted to do one more thing. And I'm kind of upset I didn't film it, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. But I would never steer you guys away from what I'm doing, because I love documenting all this stuff and talking about it and just putting it out there for you guys to watch, So the final thing, I want to do some kind of burnout. So I ran the rack with the barbells. So I started with 60 pounds. In the beginning, I was focusing on controlling the weight, squeeze at the top, stretch at the bottom. I did 12 reps at 60, racked it, took maybe 10, 15 seconds, picked up the 50, same deal. Racked it. I was considering stopping right there, but I wanted to run the rack. So I gave myself about 15 seconds. Grabbed the 40. It didn't feel too heavy. I went pretty quick with it. Did 12 there, so on and so forth. 30, and then 20 was the smallest one they had. 20, I felt like I could have kept going, but I called it after 12 reps. And I went to the bathroom. I did a pose down. I got super excited when I was doing my pose down, so I got a little crazy, which is okay. But yeah, it was a solid arm workout, specifically the biceps. A lot of blood flowing, a lot of intensity. I felt like I made some gains there. And then the cardio, I was walking on the incline for about 20 minutes. I decided I want to do some running. So I ran for 2 minutes, rested for 2, ran for 2, and by the end of that, I was pretty drenched in sweat, so the cardio felt great too. I don't know if I'll do that every time because I'm doing cardio every day, and if I do that every time, I think I'll burn out. But we'll see. As long as I'm feeling good after 10 or 20 minutes of incline walking, I'm going to start putting some running in there. So yeah, I'm just super excited about how the workout went today. Hopefully more will follow. So tomorrow will be, what do I do after arms? Is it back or chest? I'm so messed up with that. I think it's back. I'm going to say tomorrow is back day. I'm going to try to match the intensity I put into my biceps today to my back. Get an awesome back workout. See how I feel on the treadmill. Might do some more running. But I'm feeling good, guys. I'm feeling great. So, awesome. I will see you guys. Well, stick around. I'm going to put the workout. I didn't film every set this time, but I'll put the workout after this. I will see you guys tomorrow for back day. Don't let that dreamer die. Keep the grind alive and never, ever give up on yourself. See you guys tomorrow.